line tonight.
So we go first, right?
Desmond, you first, buddy.
So no pun intended, you got to drink the
It's
Kool-Aid.
fantastic.
Is this cut with vodka, Des?
That's not going to be a lot.
Okay, so that's my 1 minute transition is enough. Does anybody know how I consume them? Anybody?
Yes, control minus.
Control minus. Man, I think the Mac world is
Okay.
am I on?
Go ahead and introduce
Okay. Good afternoon, sharks. Two of you have
Or
met.
dolphins.
Yeah, you know I'm a shark.
You've been through it already.
I've formally met Alan and Ron personally, and the other four of you. It's a pleasure meeting. Thank you for coming. The name of my company is AquaMelon Water. My name is Des Williams, and my background is broken down into two pieces primarily. The first piece, after undergrad, I worked for Philip Morris, and I learned about consumable products, learned about how the consumable product business model worked. And the second half of my background is with an engineering firm, Carter Cave, specifically environmental remediation, removing heavy metal and chemical contaminants out of soil and groundwater. That's where I spent the other half. So, how do we get here? Well, this business, AquaMelon Water, in short, what we're doing is we're taking the water out of the watermelon and we're putting it into a bottle. Now, why does that matter? Well, we think it matters for two reasons. The first reason is, we'll take a look at the juice industry. And over the last 5 years, the juice industry in the United States of America has declined at a rate of approximately about 9% in unit volume per year. However, it's actually shown some growth in revenue. And the reason that it's shown growth in revenue is because of one product, a single product in the whole fruit juice industry. And that product is called coconut water. Coconut water is the only reason that the fruit juice industry has shown any revenue growth. If you leave it up to all the other traditional products, it's declining in unit volume and revenue volume. So, why is this product important? Well, this product is important because the reason that everybody's moving away from fruit juice products is the reason that this product is perfect for those consumers. Most consumers don't want high carb, high sugar, high calorie loaded products, which is what fruit juices are. Our product, AquaMelon Water, pound for pound, has 30 to 50% on average less sugar, carb, and calorie load than all of the other leading fruit juice products. So that's reason number one. We think that we're the reason, we think that we're the solution for the customers looking for that are leading the market. Number two is the citrus industry in this state, in the state of Florida, is super, super stressed. It's severely stressed because of a phenomenon called citrus greening, in which the orange yields are declining every year in the state. And so not only are the growers being negatively impacted, but the processors are being negatively impacted too. They now have underutilized equipment that's not running and not making product. And so we think AquaMelon fits in perfectly in two ways. One, we give the consumers what they want. They want a product that's lower in sugar, calorie, and carb, that still tastes really good and is all natural, no additives. And the second thing is, we give the citrus industry a way to make up for some of the lost revenue and lost jobs, lost capacity and processors that they've experienced as a result of citrus greening. And just to give you a snapshot of what this looks like, about $30 million has been spent with the University of Florida trying to solve this problem, and they've been unsuccessful. Not only have they not been able to solve the problem, they've not even been able to quarantine the problem, and the problem has spread from South Florida all the way up to North Florida, and the citrus guys are feeling it. They've lost an average of about $9 billion, excuse me, they've lost $9 billion over the last 5 years from this industry. So, just to give you an idea, orange juice makers in the United States make 620 million gallons of orange juice per year. Per year. We think that this product is a great replacement, not replacement, alternative or substitute. We think it can be both for orange juice drinkers. But for the most part, we think that the coconut water guys that want a lower cal, lower carb, lighter product, no-level product. And it tastes good. And I encourage you to pop the top, take a look at it. And what I'll do is I'll just hand this around so that you guys can get a look at some of the nutritional information. These are samples here, but you can see the nutritional content there. So where our company is right now, we have the capacity to produce, please don't laugh, but 100 gallons per month. That's the capacity that we have now. There's no margin there. excuse me, our first initial investment will be an ask for $30,000, and that $30,000 will give us the capacity to produce 500 cases per month, or in other words, about 2,000 gallons per month. And that'll have a 40% gross profit margin. We'll have a 10% net on the $30,000 capital investment. What we'd like to ask is that any sharp investor that could offer strategic partnership as well as a second round of funding after the first year, when we get the initial $30,000 investment to produce at 2,000 gallons per month, or excuse me, 2,000 cases per month, we will ask for $250,000 after the first year, and that will scale up our production capacity in order to meet demands of up to 20,000 gallons a month. And when we maximize that scale, we'll be making, we'll have a net at that point. Our gross margins are still set at 45%. We'll have a net at that point, about 20%. And so that is our company, that's our product, that's where we are now, that's where we want to go. And open for questions.
Very good.
Calories of coconut water
And
per
orange juice.
8 ounce.
Per 8 ounce of coconut water. So you got a few different flavors. The flavor kind that tastes as good as this, not the bland kind, you're getting about 65 to 75.
Orange juice.
Orange juice per 8 ounces, you're getting about 110, and you're probably getting about 30 grams of sugar in orange juice. Orange juice is a pretty bad culprit. If you were to put a bullseye on the worst offender for calorie, carb, and sheer sugar load, OJ would be the one you go after.
What's the shelf life?
The shelf life, the way that we're producing now, which is using high temperature, short time pasteurization, we're getting about 30 days on it.
Non-refrigerated?
No, it has to be refrigerated. It does have to be refrigerated. It is naturally a low acid product, which is one of the unique things that a lot of people like about watermelon. What we found is a lot of people say, I don't like watermelon, but they try the product and they love the product. And so,
What's my 30K guy give me?
yeah. What's your 30K guide?
No, 30K, sorry. 30K, that's the percentage of company.
The 30K, what we are hoping to do is to tie the 30K investor to the second round investor. So we like the 30K guy to stick around. So that once we prove at 2,000 gallons a month, so we want to give you 40% of our company, but we don't want to give you 40% of our company and you just make that initial investment. We want you to stick around. We want you to watch us grow, help us grow, use your strategic leverage, help us grow, and
So you're basically asking us to tranche $250,000 to close.
$250,000 in the second round, sir. So $30,000.
You want us to tranche $280,000 in one first tranche of $30,000, and then it has been tranched of $250,000.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how much would $280,000 buy?
The total.
40% of the company?
Yes, sir.
What do you do with the 30,000? You buying watermelons or getting a factory?
No,
machinery? What do you do with
as a matter of fact, the $30,000 will go toward capital equipment. It will go toward specifically what we would buy is we would buy a press that will give us the capacity to do 100 gallons a day. We don't have that right now. We're making much smaller loads per day. And the second piece of that would be a piece of technology that will allow us to actually bring the microbes down. So basically make that safe to drink so that we can distribute it to the masses. That would be No, it's not, no, this is, no. Take that in the presentation. First, let me caveat, this here is done at the University of Florida, the Citrus Research Center, but the reason that this is unsustainable is because it costs about $20 a gallon. It costs about $20 a gallon so that I can make it and give it away for free and get in front of you guys and tell you, hey, we got a great product and we're proving it on the back end here.
So have you taken care of the sediment problem? You have a sediment problem.
Well, making it in small quantities, we don't have that issue. When we scale, the sediment problem is the issue, and we have the technology in place to eliminate that problem. The answer to your question is yes.
Is there a watermelon association like there's an orange?
There is a Florida Watermelon Association and there is a National Watermelon Association, both of those.
if you reached out to them and said, we want to come up with a new product that will help the watermelon industry, what would they do for you, with you, or to you?
They would do probably some things that I've already been able to do myself since I've been at this for about 10 months now, relentlessly. And they would probably connect me with a lot of suppliers so that we could find the best supply, we could find year-round supply, and we could find it at the best price. But we've already done that. We've scoured the land. Florida, I don't know if I threw this fact out there, but Florida is the #1 watermelon producing state in the United States of America. So the raw material is here. And for the packing houses that exist here that are in that business, when they don't have local product, domestic product, they have very good access to international product. And I'll tell you this now, but this isn't domestic product that you're drinking. This isn't domestic watermelon. This is actually watermelon from Guatemala. So we made some wrong hypotheses, and we thought we were going to get a much lower quality product using fruit that we imported. But now that we've actually gone through a real winter season, since we've had this business, we've had an opportunity to kind of assess what quality of raw material is on the market. This is the quality.
Is there a process that you use to make this? Is it a process that you can protect?
It is a process.
We're talking about bringing down micro something or another. That was
Right.
a process.
Yeah, it's a process, but it is not novel. It's not novel enough to spend IP money.
Why didn't you use domestic water?
Why is this not
No,
domestic?
why didn't you? Or why have you not used domestic water?
We do use domestic watermelon. We prefer domestic watermelon, and we try as much as possible to use it. However, the dilemma right now is, so there are some domestic watermelon available, but they're so small that the rind to meat ratio. So basically, in 10 pounds of watermelon, what's available right now, I'm probably going to get 40%, 50% of my weight is going to be in the rind, and the other 50% is going to be in the inside. But when you buy the larger melons, right, which are what's available in Guatemala and Honduras right now, about 35% of my weight is in the rind, and the rest of it is product. So,
What have you done with
The rinds.
You're going to say rind.
Yeah.
so we actually we've actually been investigating the pig farming option just as a quick way to get rid of our waste. Excuse me. And we've not received any positive feedback that indicates we may have some accounts ready to take our rind right now, but we are actively working to solve the problem of how can we not pay. But I will tell you though that the disposal rates at the $30,000 investment rate, which will give us the capacity to produce about 2,000 gallons a month. The disposal rates for our watermelon at that point would be about $1,500 a month.
30,000 allows it to ratchet up to 2,000 gallons?
2,000 gallons a month.
You said 200.
Right. And you said 100 is what your capacity is now.
Right, 100 is what our capacity is now.
30,000 gets us to 2,000.
30,000 gets us to 2,000.
Now, how much
And then
is
the
it? How much
250 gets
how-
you to 20,000.
How much is this 2,000 sell for a
What's the
wholesale?
revenue on 2,000 gallons?
Yeah, revenue at wholesale.
Sorry. What's the revenue on 2,000 gallons? Quick.
The revenue on 2,000, gross revenue, gross revenue is $110,000 a year.
So you have a marketing strategy there, right?
We do, yes.
Wait a minute.
We do have a market.
2,000 gallons gives you 110 grand?
Per year. That's $24,000.
Wait a minute, the 2,000, I'm confused.
He's generating 2,000 per month,
Right.
which yields 110.
How much money on the 2,000 gallons? That's all I care about.
That month.
First month, 2,000 gallons.
2,000 gallons. How much?
9,000.
2,000 gallons gross revenue first
Yes.
month.
Yeah.
What does that bring in?
Yeah.
Well, right now we're targeting $8 a gallon. So 16,000 gallons, 16,000 a month.
So let's step back a
I'm
little
sorry,
bit.
please excuse me. I didn't understand.
Oh, we have to stop over. Are you positioning the product to kind of rival coconut water? And if so,
Absolutely, absolutely.
So
The answer
then,
is
forget about the price per gallon now. How
Yes.
are you pricing it shelf?
it's commensurate with coconut water price wise. So if you saw a quantity of my product in a retailer and a quantity of coconut water, the volume to price would be pretty close. Yes, it would be pretty close.
All right, we're gonna have to go. All right.